So I want to thank everybody that viewed my videos, but I do need to get the likes up. We do need to get some. I got some more subscribers too, and of course, likes help the algorithm for your video to get pushed. So I appreciate everybody that shared the video, everybody that viewed it. If you like it, please hit the like button. That helps me out. So my goal is to definitely spread my mom's story, help my mom's story helps people, especially those that are church administrators, those that work in church. I hope that it helps you all, as well as just regular people, everyday life. Also, I was talking about my life as well, and my thoughts, opinions, and things of that nature, along with cooking, sneakers, God, mostly God, because that's my daddy, you know. So also I am letting it be known that I am receiving harassing communications from a family member of the pastor. I've asked this young man not to reach back out to me again. I've asked him not to communicate with me again, and now I'm giving him this last chance before I go to the police, and this is going to negatively impact him and his career, and not me and mine. What I'm doing has nothing to do with the pastor's family. It is none of their business. It's all about me and my family and what I have going on. This has nothing to do with them. This is about justice for my mom, this particular series, and letting people know what she went through at her job. So without further ado, we're going to talk about toxic workplace environments. Boom. My mom's job really killed her. And the people there killed her. I will say this. You can do something so emotional damage to somebody that it will either cause them to take their life or it makes them sick, and the sickness take their life. And that's the most sadistic, demonic, and satanic way to kill someone, is by causing someone emotional grief, emotional distress. And a lot of bosses at jobs do that. That's why I listen to Les Brown, and in one of his motivational speakers events, he talks about people having heart attacks Monday morning. He said most heart attacks take place Monday morning. That means the person is either getting up, going to work, or is already at work on Monday morning. That says a whole lot about a job. I've learned from my mom about me not wanting to work a job for somebody. I cannot see myself working somewhere where I have someone that's over me. No matter what I do, even if I follow their directions, it's wrong. And that's what was happening to my mom. No matter how she followed this man's directions, it was wrong. And one day I was like, just quit. Because he needs you. You don't need him. Quit. Just walk out. Clear your desk. Quit. And little did he know, she started slowly moving pictures off her desk, pictures off the wall. She started slowly, I say my mom started slowly removing herself from her job. I'm going to say about 3 years before it was canned. Now I'm going to say from what I seen and what I learned business-wise, she should have never been an employee. She should have been a contractor or a joint partnership, because for the church to be on her credit, all the credit cards on her credit, why she should have never been an employee. But we're talking about 30 plus years ago, where, you know, we're not learning this kind of stuff, these kind of deal negotiations. Because what my mom did for this church was almost unheard of. And that's because God put her in that position. And a lot of y'all are doing great things at your job and at your business because God put you there. And when they start abusing their blessings, leave. Because guess what? The person that come after you won't do no better. I always know and always recognize that your job needs you. That's why they hire, because they need you. Don't ever let them mind screw you and try to treat the situation where you need the situation. They always need you. There was a time where I was at work and because I'm an electrician, and I'm putting a lights. This man is just getting on my nerves. I mean, he's doing the absolute most. Not to let him know, like, listen, man, you can get up this ladder and do this yourself, because you need me. You need me to drive to work. You need me to pick my tools up. You need me to build this building for you. If everybody put their tools up and walked off on your time clock, you're going to lose your job, because they will see that you are the problem. And in most workplaces, when there's high turnover, there's a lot of disgruntled employees, it's usually bad management. But you got to understand, the only way that it makes a difference is everybody leave their job, or you be loyal to yourself and loyal to your family and loyal to your health and your mental health, and go find you another place to work, or start your own business. That means if you're a chef, start your catering business until it turns to a restaurant. If you're a photographer, go buy your cameras, start getting your pictures out there. If you're a videographer, same thing. Mechanics, same thing. Go get your tools, and then one day you have your own shop. But you have to start somewhere. Never let that job mess with your mind. And that's what happened with my mom. This particular boss was, I'm going to call it, robbing her self-esteem, robbing her of her sense of self, making her think that she couldn't do no better, and she the reason they even in the building. Like that, I'm just going to be call a spade a spade. She was the reason that church is here today. And once the man thought he got into where he didn't need her no more, he kicked her to the curb. They screwed out of her money and everything else. And these same people in this building, they can't even vote or operate. They can't even get a pastor in there. And yeah, this is stinging. This one's gonna sting, and it should sting. So all you people out here working these jobs and it's dead end, please be able to recognize you got a dead end job before you get 20 years in. A lot of y'all don't realize you're at a dead end job, and they need you for this. So if this can make someone multi-millions dollars for someone else, then you can make multi-million dollars yourself with this brain. Go out here and start your own thing, where the sky's the limit. If you want to take off from work and go watch your kids' games and want to take a class or something, take off. Because guess what? They'll fire you without thinking about it. They ain't gonna think about your family when they fire you. They gonna walk right in and be like, your service is no longer needed. And if you're in Georgia, it's wow. You can get fired because you black here, and there won't be nothing you can do about it in Georgia. I'm gonna give you a situation of where my mom, she always wanted to have a prison ministry where she goes into the prisons, help the prisoners learn about Jesus, help some of them get reformed back into society, where they come out and as basically not be a repeated offender or a return visitor. And one day I reached out to the radio station, this V103. Reached out on a humbug saying, hey, I want to talk about my nonprofit. Well, I ended up doing an interview. Me and my mom ended up doing an interview. It was a fluke. we went there. We think we finna, talk to somebody, and they was like, yeah, we'll record you right now. And we got on the radio. So people are calling and that, we heard you and your mom on the radio this morning, da-da-da-da-da. And somebody got upset because he felt he should have been on the radio. But what did you do to get on the radio? Nothing. So we are now trying to help children with incarcerated parents. So we get book bags. We're doing a school drive. And let me tell you how funny God is. I had no plan when I was setting this up. I said, you know what? We're going to go barbecue at Adams Park. We was at Adams Park, not Adams Park, John A. White Park. We was in that barbecue every weekend. We did like 4 to 5 weeks in a row. And I went down the street, passing out flyers to cars, and people were just like, do you want money? I'm like, no, we don't want no money. We just want school supplies. And people just coming back with school supplies and all kinds of stuff. Sodas, drinks, everything. We even had a sorority to just go through their chapter and bring like truckloads and stuff. And this was just like that. And we had rented out Adams Park, and they had football games there. We was cooking out, and we passing out school supplies. And this is when I noticed that black people, some of us, got like jacked up. So we told them, some people, what our mission was. Some of them turned their nose up. Incarceration. And I'm looking like, you do know you black. You can sneeze and go to prison. And now, they just put you in the box. So I realized that you got, even within our community, they look at incarceration like turn their nose up. So it ended up being a good event. And we also saw the mindsets of people. I ended up getting a grant from Wachovia at the time for it. I had never written a grant before. That was my first time writing a grant. And we ended up meeting the president of the bank for the Atlanta location. And my mom really should have just stepped out and left and continued her ministry, because she helped start a ministry. So that means she knows how to start a ministry and keep going. So this man had a huge problem. Like, you starting a ministry out my church. You can't use my church for that. And my mom's like, well, I'm helping people. What is your problem? Like, you can't do nothing here with that. But we're out helping people. So I'm telling this story. So if you are working a job and you're a chef and you got a catering event, call out. Don't let that boss stop you from your dreams. If you are a mechanic, save some of your energy to work on your own projects outside of work. And maybe one day you'll have a shop. Don't let your boss kill your dreams. That's what happened here. Because a lot of bosses, they really don't know how they do the job. They know how to delegate. They know how to finesse. They know how to delegate. But if they had to actually step in and do your job, they couldn't do it. And also, have faith. Faith, they say the size of a mustard seed. And the mustard seed is, when I say real small, mustard seed, you can't buy these big. Literally, you see the little gap. That's about the big as a mustard seed. That's all you need. And also pray over your business. I pray over mine. I pray over my house, my finances, my son, myself. Don't let your boss kill your dreams, or you, because that's what happened to my mom. It was both. If you are in law enforcement, the military especially, if you are a minister, a deacon at a church administrators, be very careful how you move, because usually somebody above you do not like you. They want you in a position where you are completely ruined. That means your reputation is ruined, your background ruined. You can't go nowhere, because they don't ever want to see you excel somewhere else. They want you under their thumb. And my mom should have picked that up. I will say the mistake she made on her income journey was not being able to negotiate her price, because she knew what she was doing. She's like a needle in a haystack. You will never be able to find another woman like that. She did not know how to negotiate her price. And that's what I learned from my mom. Negotiate your price. Negotiate your time. Negotiate. If these people that need you for this, or need you for this, if you work with your hands, they price, they pockets got to meet you. You don't need to meet their pockets. When you interviewing on these jobs, their price need to meet you, not you meet their price. Remember, they're hiring. They looking for you. Remember that even though you're looking for a job, they're also looking for you because they cannot operate without you. And remember, there's always somebody that's going to do it cheaper, but you get what you pay for too. The same people that said they could do my mom's job, there was a man that walked up to my mom and he tell her, you too old for this job. I can do this job better than you. That man was the first person to take her job after she got put through the door, and I don't think he made 6 months. He had to call for help to do a job that you say you know how to do. You got to call the previous person that worked there to get help. Imagine that. So don't ever, also be careful of your coworkers, because some of your coworkers will talk to you about your job, trying to get information on how to do your job, and you're trying to figure out how did you get fired, and then they ended up with your job. That's what happened to my mom too. These two we're gonna say three supposed to be friends. The pastor's one of them. He knew how to preach and sing, but he don't know nothing about no business. These two women, one is a nurse and a teacher, and the other one a professional scammer. They being friends with her and and the conversation was always about work. Hindsight 2020, they was only trying to get information from her so they can go back and pretend like they knew how to do her job. Now here we are, 30 years later, and they have made a fiasco of a place that she helped build. They can't even get a minister up in there. But hey, remember, if you lose your job or you quit, the person that comes after you won't be no better. A lot of y'all, God put you in your positions. Like, I'm going to say even within some of my family, anything I do, they jump up and do it. My trucking business, that came in my spirit. And then the money came for me to be able to do it. And it went effortlessly. Everything worked. Next thing I know, everybody else getting MC numbers. I got to cuff him and say, I'm going to get me a trucking company too. You do it, I'm going to do it. I go get my real estate license. Everybody around me jump up, go get real estate license. That's what's in my spirit. Same thing for my mom. Running the church was in her spirit. Running the business was in her spirit. And that's why God tell you not to covenant your neighbor, because he gives everybody their own gifts and talents. You can't be mad because this person got a gift that you didn't get. That wasn't meant for you. It was meant for them. So with my mom, everybody was coveting her. And now that you got what she had, do you want what she had now? Can you handle it? Same thing when I was starting my trucking company. Everybody thought it was, oh, that's easy. I'm looking up everybody getting trucks and trucking company. They call me, how you do this? And I'm like, for me, it was easy. God put the players in the place for me to be able to get into the transportation industry. Same thing with real estate. God put the people in place for me to get in real estate. Same thing for construction. God put the contractors and the people in place. People that teach me how to do different trades. People that don't mind helping. So the same thing with my mom. My mom was supposed to be doing that. That's why it went through so smoothly, because she would call for it. So I'm running out of the living room on my camera. I'm gonna wrap it up. Hey, do what's in your spirit. Take the time you have here and live your life. You don't have that much time here. Don't do what my mom did. Don't dim your light to make somebody else comfortable. Because darkness hate light. Do not dim your light to make another person comfortable. Go out here and excel. Go out here and do what you would like to do. before your time is up on this planet. Peace, blessings, be great.